Hello friends, and welcome to another fun video. Today I will be sharing how I crochet these very easy and adorable little flowers. I decided to turn it into a garland. Let's grab our supplies and get ready. I am starting off with my 3.5 millimeter hook, and I'm using yellow acrylic yarn for the center of my flower. We're going to start off by making 10 half double crochets in the magic ring. Once you complete your 10 half double crochets, go ahead and close out your ring and slip stitch to the very first half double crochet and fasten off, and weave in your ends. Let's crochet the flower petals, and I use a 4 millimeter hook to crochet the petals. Go ahead and attach your choice of yarn color into any stitch there. Once you do so, go ahead and chain one. So now we're going to do the flower petal all in the same stitch. So we begin by doing a single crochet, chain one, 3 double crochets, all in the same stitch, followed by a chain one and a single crochet. And then we're going to do a slip stitch in the next stitch. And there we have it. There's our first petal. So we're going to repeat this pattern all the way around to complete 5 petals. And meet me at the end. I will show you a little trick that I do. I take an extra step to close out the flower nicely. Here I am approaching the end of this round, and before I close out that slip stitch, I also insert my hook in that first stitch where I did my first petal. And now I have 2 loops on my hook, and I pull through both of them. It's almost like doing a decrease. But sometimes when I don't do this additional step, it creates a bit of a gap right there on the bottom of my flower. So that's just a little technique I like to do to close it out nicely. Totally optional. And once I'm done, I will fasten off and just create a couple of knots to close out the flower there. And there you have it. Easy peasy. To create the vine for the garland, I use a 4 millimeter hook and green acrylic yarn. At the beginning and end of my garland, I create hanging loops, and I do this by doing a chain of 10. And once I do my chain of 10, I will slip stitch to the very first chain there and create 10 single crochets around this little ring. Once you create your 10 single crochets, slip stitch to the first single crochet there, and then we're going to do a chain of 15. This is the very beginning of the garland. After your 15 chains, we'll start to attach the little flowers. It is time to attach our flowers. So I attach my flowers by doing 2 slip stitches on the back of one petal I will randomly pick just one loop there and do a slip stitch and then another loop just at some random spot there. Oh my dear, I'm so sorry about the blurriness there, guys. My apologies. And after you attach the flower, chain 5 and then attach your next flower. I like to space them out 5 chains apart. It creates a nice fullness there. So again, just pick 2 random loops on the back of one petal and do 2 slip stitches. And the reason I do this technique, guys, and it's totally optional, the reason I do it this way is because I like the way the flower will sit on the vine. It sits facing forward. I kind of like the way it looks. It appeals to me a little bit better. I've done other garlands where I will just do one slip stitch on the very top of one petal and it looks nice, but sometimes maybe it's just my intention, maybe it's just the way I am doing it, but I find that the flowers kind of go sideways and I just like them all uniform. So I like the way they look, all facing forward like this. So now that I have attached 3 flowers, I will then proceed to do a leaf. Again, this is totally up to you. It's totally optional, but I like to create a nice full garland. I'll separate each flower with a chain of 5, and I will make a leaf for every 3 flowers. So to make a leaf, go ahead and do a chain of 9. And once you do your chain of 9, we are going to work our way down the left side and up the right side of those chains. We're going to insert our hook into those little bumps. So to begin, we're going to start off from the second chain from the hook, and we're going to do a single crochet followed by a half double crochet, and then we're going to do a double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in that same stitch there, followed by a double crochet, and then a half double crochet, and then a single crochet, and then do a slip stitch in that last stitch there. And if you wanted to, you can keep it just like this, guys. I think that looks just as cute. It's just a tiny little leaf. But I like to work on the other side of the leaf to create a bigger effect. So we're going to mirror the same pattern on the other side. We're going to do a single crochet in that first loop there or stitch, followed by a half double crochet, a double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch, followed by a double crochet, a half double crochet, and then a single crochet in that last one there. And then we are going to slip stitch on the top of that first single crochet we made. And then we're going to chain 1. Very cute. Now we're going to work our way back down. We're going to bring our yarn back down to the vine, and we're going to do so by doing slip stitches down the middle of the leaf. So just insert your hook in the middle of the leaf and pull the yarn through. And keep in mind, guys, if the line isn't as straight, it's really not a big deal. It's a handcrafted item. And sometimes I find myself looking at my leaf. I'm like, that's not looking quite straight. But you know, that's the beauty of crochet, right? Not every leaf is identical. So there you have it. I did a slip stitch down the middle, and then I just wrap my hook around the chains there, and I will continue my pattern, the same pattern here on out. There you have it, guys. Go ahead and complete your garland, and I will meet you at the end. Here I am at the end of my garland, friends, and I'm just doing the same steps I did at the very beginning. I did a chain of 15, and then I did a chain of 10, and then proceeded to do 10 single crochets to create that hanging loop. And there we have it, friends. How easy was that? This garland is so bright and cheery. It's very vibrant. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy making your own. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Bye.